Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 6 o'clock.
We begin tonight with first alert weather across Delmarva.
We now turn to our chief meteorologist. Paul Williams has been following the storm going on. Paul, what's the latest?
Well, I want to make sure that I make it very clear. We are out of danger of a tornado warning at this point. We still have severe weather threat for this evening. We're still under a tornado watch until 7 o'clock. We're at least 1 hour of concern. But in all honesty, as I take a look at the last remnants of the most intense cells, they're making its move right off of the coast and actually prompting a marine warning that's in effect right now, meaning that we're talking about supercell thunderstorms over the water instead of over the land. This has been such a fast and rapid moving system, and it began to spawn despite the lack of the sunshine that really could have kicked off some more significant storms. We've just been released from tornado warnings for an extended period of time just before the advent of the 6 p.m. newscast. But right now, we still have heavy downpours that's over along Highway 1 near Prime Hook Road and between Waples and Prime Hook Beach. Now, this is also to the south of Fowler's Beach Road, just as one place. Other areas that we've seen some scattered showers pushing through and seeing a little bit heavier showers is over towards Lowe's Cross Road. We're seeing some blinding rain across Carey's Camp Road, as well as Mission Road and towards Blueberry Lane. In addition to that, we have another cell that began to kind of make its way throughout Federalsburg right now. It's tracking its way very steadily towards the northeast, moving pretty rapidly at approximately 45 to 50 miles per hour. Now, with this particular cell, it's still holding pretty close to its movement right now. So I'm going to track that one moving towards the northeast. So we're looking for that cell to begin to affect the Wooden Hawk community at about 6:36. Well, faster than 6:36. It's going to hit Wooden Hawk and then Blanchard. This actually is not showing just how fast, moving so fast that would underestimate that. But those are the two communities that are in the path of that cell. And then we have the active tornado watch that's active for Accomack, Somerset, Wacomico, and Worcester. Truth in advertisement. I want to be very transparent here. Even though we still have the tornado watches in effect, most of this is going to continue to die out. I don't believe in crying wolf with people as it pertains to severe weather. Now, if I genuinely thought we were under an immediate threat of a tornado warning again, I would communicate that to you. But in this case, I believe things are dying down and these storms are dying a very quick death. Although we do have an active marine warning that's going to stay in effect until 6:45, this is really for the storms as they pull away from land and really head over water and perhaps over towards the folks that are in southern portions of New Jersey and in those areas. But as far as our immediate concern, no. We do have dense fog that we're picking up and dealing with right now. And actually, it was the dense fog and the amount of drizzle that we had that made me lean earlier this evening or afternoon and evening that we wouldn't have quite an outbreak for a tornado outbreak, even though we had the watch in place. But reality is a little bit different than, let's say, textbook probabilities. And we do have the small craft advisory that's active for us. And as far as the forecasting is concerned with our modeling, our models are indicating, after 7 o'clock, the last erg or chunk of this energy is expected to move our north and out of the way. And in that part of the model, don't pay attention to that because the energy has already been gobbled up like a Pac-Man game. So we're looking like things are going to continue to get better as we go along throughout the rest of the evening. Coming up, we're going to have a good old regular forecast, okay? But for right now, back to you, Mallory.
Thank you, Paul. And for more weather updates throughout the night, make sure to pull out your phones and scan the QR code for our First Alert weather app. You can download the app for free and you'll get all the weather updates you need. Flooding and standing water is an ongoing battle in Oak Orchard. People living on River Road there say it can sometimes be, well, a river. That's why drainage improvements for that street are needed. The Indian River Volunteer Fire Company says flooding prevents standard emergency vehicles like fire trucks and ambulances from getting to situations quickly. And the president of the fire company says constant flooding has damaged many roads in Oak Orchard.
The road has given way to the undercurrents, and the culverts tend to allow things to fall through them and get trapped in the sinkholes associated with the water currents.
Denruck and the Sussex Conservation District created a stormwater drainage system on Mercer Avenue in Oak Orchard, which people who live there say has helped tremendously. Before the system, one neighbor told CoastTV water would sit on the street for days.
The plans for a Margaritaville hotel and resort in Ocean City, those have been scrapped. Now developers are looking at a smaller hotel. But as Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zappé shows us, some of the businesses in the area are pushing back against that idea too.
These vacationers are sad to hear Margaritaville is not coming to Ocean City.
I think because you have such a large volume of people that come through this area, especially in the summer months, it would just help the area. It would prosper way more with that.
But the developer is still trying to get a hotel built between 13th and 14th Street. It will just have a smaller footprint. The site plan for the new hotel was approved by the Ocean City Planning Commission, but businesses around the area have sent an appeal, hoping to slow the process of an incoming hotel. Attorney G. Macy Nelson filed the appeal, and here is a list of some of the complaints. Failure to fulfill sanitary requirements, lack of jurisdiction due to unresolved air rights, failure to meet setback requirements, failure to meet height requirements, and lapse of non-conforming use of provisions. But attorney Hugh Cropper, who represents the developer, thinks the judge will be on their side.
There's been a legal appeal filed by one of the neighbors to our site plan approval. And that's being decided by the Circuit Court for Worcester County as we speak. We think they will uphold the Planning Commission. We do not think the Planning Commission, who, spent hours and hours, the staff spent hours and hours reviewing this project. We think that'll be upheld, and then the developer will move to pull in a building permit.
Another vacationer, Frank Berkridge, says he doesn't see a problem with another big hotel.
There's other hotels that are huge. I don't know if this one is that much more bigger, but it's not a problem with these other hotels. So my position is as long as the place ain't going to sink into the ground or anything, and it's not a problem for the environment, I don't see why not. I don't see what the issue is.
With no timeline yet for the future hotel, the next steps are for the appeal to be dismissed and for them to get a building permit to begin construction. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
This brings us right into our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, what's your main concern about Margaritaville no longer going to Ocean City? Let's take a look at the updated results.
Looking at the screen here, this poll has been live on our website all day long. Looks like 35% say it's lost entertainment opportunities, 56% say it's lost jobs, 3% say it might be an economic impact to be concerned about, 6% don't see as much tourism.
Now, if you want to vote in this poll, easy to do. Go to coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app.
Heading to South Bethany now, where the town election will be here before you know it. The town has released some dates to make note of. The election will be held Saturday, May 11th, and you can vote between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. If you're submitting an absentee ballot, you can pick those up at Town Hall starting on April 19th. You must submit those to Town Hall before 3 p.m. on Election Day.
Heading to the coast, a big topic for Rehoboth Beach, water quality. According to the city, hydrant flushing is going to start the week of April 8th. The city says flushing will remove mineral deposits in the pipes. Hydrants will be flushed from Wilmington to Laurel Streets on Monday of that week, and then from Newcastle to Prospect on Tuesday, and Maryland to Grenoble on Wednesday. People in that area may experience some low water pressure. You might see some discolored water during the flushing. In traffic news, Lowe's Crossing Road on Millsboro between Jones Church Road and Pear Tree Road will be closed starting Monday, April 15th. Work is needed for the installation of a new crossroad pipe, and DelDOT says the closure is expected to last until the 16th.
Milton locals will soon have a chance to have all their traffic-related questions answered. Next Wednesday, there will be a Q&A session with DelDOT at a town council workshop. DelDOT will answer questions about transportation and other related traffic topics for Milton. This session will take place at 6:30 p.m. at the Milton Library. The town of Selbyville is proposing an ordinance to amend its rental tax. According to the town's agenda, the town is looking to impose a 2% gross receipts tax on all rental income for private and public lodging. This would include places like bed and breakfast inns, cabins, apartments, or any commercial buildings which rent or lease space. All of this is being talked about next Monday at 6 p.m. And we're just getting started tonight on Coast TV News at 6.
Still to come, do you have what it takes to be a lifeguard? Coming up, tryout dates for South Bethany's Beach Patrol.
And right now we're taking a live look outside in Milford. We're seeing visibility, a big problem. We're still under a tornado watch for right now, but I believe things are getting progressively better, faster, and in our favor.
how to make a pinhole viewer for the upcoming eclipse when we return in just 60 seconds.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Waikamaco Civic Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs, cold therapy tubs, and swim spas in the region, with over 30 spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. That's this weekend at the Waikamaco Civic Center in Salisbury. Visit hottubmd.com.
When you smoke inside, you're not the only one who inhales. Secondhand smoke causes cancer and heart disease in adults, and respiratory problems in children, and SIDS in infants. If you smoke or vape, take it outside.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Waikamaco Civic Center. Browse over 30 hot tubs and swim spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. Financing is available and show admission is free. That's this weekend at the Waikamaco Civic Center in Salisbury. Visit hottubmd.com.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
It's been a hot topic nationwide, and Delmarva is going to be treated to a solar eclipse just a little less than a week from today.
Our meteorologist Alex Seymour will show you how to create a pinhole solar eclipse viewer with supplies you probably have right at home.
The solar eclipse is in just a few days here along the coast. Solar eclipse is on Monday. You need to be able to view it safely. If you don't have those eclipse glasses, I'm going to show you how to build one of these solar eclipse pinhole viewers. So what you're going to need, you'll need a cereal box, aluminum foil, a pair of scissors, tape, a piece of paper, and just a pencil to be able to trace out that piece of paper. So first thing that we're actually going to do is we're actually going to cut off the sides of the cereal box. So we're going to do that right now. Yeah, so this solar eclipse that we're experiencing on Monday is the first one here on Delmarva. The first one that's eclipsed more than 50% of the sun since a solar eclipse back in the summer of 2017. It's a pretty rare experience to experience one. Our next total solar eclipse, well, it's a long time away. It's not until 2079. So we just have to be happy with these partial solar eclipses. So we're building the pinhole viewer today. It's really just going to allow that light into the box and kind of just simulate a sun on a piece of paper at the bottom of the box. So there we go, where you've got the top of the box cut off. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take our tape, just tape the center portion together. I'm going to take a second here to tape that portion. So I actually messed up just a little bit here. I taped this a little too soon. We actually have to put a piece of paper in the bottom of this box. So let me just reopen this box real quick. It's a DIY project. Sometimes that happens. What you need to do is actually stick this cereal box on the bottom here. And what you're going to do is you're going to actually trace on this piece of paper. It can't be the brown bottom of the cereal box. It has to be a white bottom that actually is going to show that sunlight on it. So we're going to cut it out with our scissors, and we're going to have to tape it onto the bottom. So here we go. Cut this out. So yeah, it's a pretty incredible sight. This solar eclipse is actually going to be able to be seen pretty much all across the United States. Here in Delmarva, though, as I said, it's only about 85 to 90% eclipse. Still a pretty surreal experience. There's that piece of paper. It's going to fit right into the bottom of the box. We just have to put some tape on it so it actually stays still and actually remains in the bottom. So we're just going to fold this over, make sure there's pieces of tape. So here we go. Now, what we're doing is taking this piece of paper, putting it down all the way on the bottom of the box. So that's the area where the sunlight is going to reflect off of it. Now we're going to tape the top of the box where that center section is and making sure that we have that opening there. So there we go. We got the opening. We have the paper in the bottom of the box. And now what we need is that aluminum foil. I've already cut out a piece of the aluminum foil. It just needs to be big enough to cover one side of this. We're going to just tape it all over just to make sure it doesn't really get moved around too much. Now we've got the aluminum foil on one side, and now the last step is pretty simple. You just need something sharp, something with a point, poke a hole into it. So now that hole is where the sunlight is going to be shining through. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to pull out my phone here, and we're going to shine that light in it. So if you can see, From there, you'll actually be able to watch that solar eclipse, because as the sun is becoming more eclipsed, that circle will become darker and darker, and you'll get that little sunlight on the bottom. It's a perfect way to view the solar eclipse if you don't happen to have those glasses or other protective wear, because you can't look at the sunlight directly. You need to make sure you have a safe way to view it. So enjoy the solar eclipse on Monday.
Wow, thank you, Alex. That was super creative and fun. We actually have our own boxes of Lucky Charms that were turned into those pinhole viewers. And if you look through, you can see that film on the end.
Let's be very clear. We don't have, Alex made
yes,
these.
We
These
did
are the
not.
ones that
I don't
Alex
take
made.
credit.
I did not put any effort into this. I am very happy that I have one now, though. You can see with the lights behind us, you can see how these work. You can make these at home, and remember, you can see that story again on CoastTV.com if you want to go step by step and follow Alex along.
You know, I can appreciate a little levity on a day like today. Hey, we've had severe weather, and we're going to update you on what's happening with the storms. We are under a tornado watch, but to be honest, the storms are dying a very quick death. So, yeah, let's concentrate on something positive, like, you know, having fun with the solar eclipse. In fact, I'll incorporate it in the forecast as soon as we come back. I'm going to go ahead and change it right now from this gloom and doom stuff, okay?
When you take a chance, chance can take you to unexpected places. Whoa. Bet Rivers Online Casino. Feel the rush.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
On the next wheel, spinning for a trip to a great American city is maybe too exciting.
Wednesday at 7 on Coast TV. Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coastwide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
Trying to quit tobacco is frustrating. You feel lost. You've tried several times, yet everywhere you turn, there are triggers pulling you back in. But there is a way out. The Delaware Quit Line. We can help get you on a path to living tobacco-free with free counseling, cessation aids, and medications. Let us help you quit for good.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Right now, we are officially still under a tornado watch, but the ominous overcast and overhanging aspects of these storms is lifting. In fact, we're taking a look right now at the calm after the storms, courtesy of our Spicer Brothers camera in Salisbury. We have a temperature right now of 62 in Salisbury. Now, the reason why I'm showing Salisbury is because we had enough energy in Salisbury to kick off these storms, but the irony was the tornado warnings kicked off in Sussex County. Now, we are expecting for the temperatures to fall into the 50s for tonight with partly cloudy skies. Here's the latest rendition of what's going on with our radar. And we had a cell that began to brace pretty quickly across. It prompted a brief marine warning, which is sort of like a severe thunderstorm over the water. That has been allowed to expire, but the yellow you see here is more of a precautionary type of a watch. We still have an active tornado watch in effect until 7 o'clock for this evening, and then it should expire if it doesn't expire prior to the 7 o'clock time frame. Now, the cells that are still active right now, we have one through Andrewsville, right along Highway 13 between Farmington and Greenwood, right in this area. We still have a cell here, and as I kind of move this down a little bit so you can see a little bit better, it's over Andrewsville right now to the south of Highway 14, and really it's headed towards Highway 13. Then another area, well, it was there, but it's dissipated pretty quickly. But we have the other cells that are pushed across very quickly throughout the Bridgeville area. And we still have the active tornado watch in effect, not only for Sussex, but also Accomack, Somerset, Wacomico, and for Worcester. Here's a wider view as to why I'm not so greatly concerned. Even though we have some trailing scattered showers right now, the rain and the storms that we've had before have already burned up the battery juice, so to speak, or the energy that we had in the atmosphere that helped to prompt the supercell thunderstorm warnings that we had, as well as the tornado warning. But please keep in mind that we still see some active cells pushing across. So the marine warning, oh, my mistake, did not expire. We still have it in effect. That's what happens when you're dealing with live computers and you have 14 things in your mind at the same time. But we also have a dense fog advisory that's in effect, and that's going to stay pretty active until about late tonight, going to early tomorrow morning. And we'll still have some breezy conditions along the coast from Ocean City all the way down towards Chincoteague. That will continue to be problematic. Our future cast, we're going to stay a little bit on the cloudy side with everything else, and all other things should kind of break up for us. Our Ocean City camera, it was knocked out by the bad weather. There we go, the Bay Health camera in Milford. We're looking at 55 degrees and cloudy skies there, and the temperature is still staying cooperative for us at this present time. And the dew point temperatures are continuing to stay cooperative for us as well. And as we begin to take a look at our expectation as far as the extended forecast is concerned, well, bottom line is this. We're going to be looking for it to stay active for us for today. Here's a look. We're looking at Thursday, a couple of sprinkles in the early morning hours, but after that, we're done with this stuff.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks for the update there. Sounds good. Don't forget to download our First Alert weather app for even more updates to get all of those alerts when they arise and to stay tuned to the weather forecast throughout the night. In other news, we're going to take a look into South Bethany. Summer is just a few months away, so they're starting their quest to keep it safe. The Beach Patrol, that is. Lifeguard hopefuls can demonstrate their strength, agility, and commitment to public safety at some upcoming tryout dates. They're scheduled for April 27th and May 18th at noon, taking place right at the heart of the action on the beach at South 2nd Street.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
April showers are putting a damper on spring sports today, but let's look ahead to some local matchups this week. In baseball, a Henlopen North versus South clash as Smyrna faces Sussex Tech tomorrow. The home team, the Ravens, made a state quarterfinals appearance last year and are looking to advance further this season. Sussex Tech has jumped out to a 3-0 start and has scored 26 runs and only allowed 5 in those games. The Eagles started the season with a 6-run loss to Sussex Central, but then rebounded with 2 straight wins over Milford and Indian River. Tomorrow, Smyrna is out to get some revenge after falling to Sussex Tech by 5 runs last season. Watch this matchup live on DSN at 4:10 tomorrow. To the NBA G League, the Delaware Bluecoats are one of 8 teams remaining in the playoffs. The Philadelphia 76ers affiliate faces Boston's affiliate, the Maine Celtics, in the conference semifinal tomorrow at 7 p.m. in Portland. The Bluecoats took down the Indiana Mad Ants 123-101 in the conference quarterfinal en route to the semis. Ricky Council IV led Delaware with 28 points. And make sure to download our free DSN app and follow us on social media as well to stay up to date with your favorite local teams. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
We do not have a lot of time. Go, let's go, let's go!
I don't want any medical intervention.
We're taking him out of here! We got a victim trapped! Help me, please! We're coming!
You're sleeping with a cooperating informant. You don't just lose your job, you go to prison. Come with me.
An all-new Chicago Wednesday, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Pollen. It can ruin your screen porch and your furniture. You can clean it, but you'll be cleaning it a lot. With the porch protection system, you can use your screen porch year-round, pollen-free. The PPS system is marine grade and custom made just for your porch. We provide quick turnaround, quick installation, and 20 fabric colors to choose from. So call us today for a free estimate so you can start enjoying your screen porch year-round, no matter the weather.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Next Jeopardy! The Invitational Tournament promises more surprises.
You're playing some of the best players of all time.
Only one will make it to the finals.
Wednesday at 7:30 on CoastTV. Get live satellite and radar. Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Get ready for 4 days of fun in the sun at SpringFest. Enjoy amazing food, live entertainment, unique artisan products, and more. With over 200 artisan vendors, local food, and enhanced selections of beer and wine, don't miss this free event located at the Ocean City Inlet from May 2nd through the 5th. SpringFest features 2 stages and more than 30 live performances, including headliners, The Olivia Show, a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, country music sensation Lauren Elena, and alternative rock band Everclear. Don't miss out. Get all the details at ococean.com/SpringFest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Here's the latest look at what's happening with the rain. The showers and the storms are beginning to break up and die a very quick death, which is a good thing. But we still have the active tornado watch staying in effect until 7 o'clock, sort of officially, just as a precaution. But it looks like most of the storms are out of the way. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. We may catch a little sprinkle early Thursday morning, but nothing in the ilk of the storms we experienced today.
Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6. We've got our pinhole viewers that Alex made ready to view the eclipse.
You're going to need one of these on Monday, or get those glasses. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.